Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Campfire Stories RPG in our Defendus Academy series here on the channel. A small but very important thing to go. Okay, really, Alexa? We're gonna give it a second. Hi, hello. You are muted. I don't know if that's on purpose. Okay, cool. A quick announcement to go through. Very small but very important. Since the last episode, Daggerheart has been officially released. You can get physical copies. You can buy the book outright on Demiplane. Everything is available fully for purchase, what that means is that the rule set is officially set in stone, and a lot of things have changed. So, if things do not work as they have in previous episodes, that is why. Things are changing. The armor score has changed, some of the abilities have changed. Mostly everything is the same as before, but some things are not. So, I'm gonna double check here. I assume that I got... Oh. Yes, I know. I saw it. But with that being said, I welcome you all back to Defendus Academy School for Heroes and Champions of Justice in our magical little school setting, as a large and very anticipated fight was about to take place during the mock sports arena. The weekend coming to a sort of apex with Piper Pier and Cammy Heartstop taking their respective places and having their battle. And while bets were being placed around the area with a 10-1 odds against Piper, very narrowly Piper managed to squeak out the win. And it was good that they did, because there's something to use that gold credit towards. As everyone is celebrating in the foyer, the main doors to the school blow open, and a nearly 7-foot-tall woman with braids and this otherworldly demeanor come in and inspect each and every person. And those of you who are not new to the school recognize the towering and imposing visage of the Baba Yaga. She is here to set up her shop, which will be ready in the next coming day. Meanwhile, Alex has many conversations with her mother. Ashlyn witnesses some very unfortunate graffiti that was placed in Professor Montgomery's class during their detention. And Alex is informed, actually, by Miss Everlock that that Miss Bluespark has in fact been brought back from stone and has awoken. And then we have a bot. Piece of shit. Be gone. Thought. Bot thought. caught between trying to solve these riddles with her friends and visiting Miss Bluespark, Miss Everlock sort of sends Alex on their way and says, you can come with me at a later time. And they all gather together to try and make sense of what they can with this contrast connection business. This is all coming to a head as Alex gets a call from the hospital wing of Defendus Academy that says their mother has been attacked by Miss Adriana Bluespark. We come back to our scene, currently in progress, as Alex, you tear off in the direction of the academy. Your friends in tow. Do you... Sorry?
Whose place were we at? I forgot whose room.
I believe you were in Piper and Sonata's.
Okay.
Twins.
Yes, you were in the dorm, the unhoused dorm rooms, essentially.
Unhoused. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Bounce.
So yeah, you guys all see, like, Alex essentially gets all this information at the point where they hear your mom has been attacked, stands up, starts going, still on the phone essentially, and just doesn't even think about her books, doesn't grab her bag, nothing. Out the door to the hospital wing.
Ashlyn grabs Alex's bag, puts everything in the bag, and leaves off after her.
Ashlyn, you're able to sort of hang back a couple of seconds to grab everything, because when you decide to catch up with someone, you can just kind of leap over everyone.
Good point.
Piper and Calathea, are you going to be going off as well?
Yeah.
We cannot hear you, Zach.
Yeah, apparently my mic's muted again. Hooray!
Yeah.
As I was saying, Calthea essentially sees the tension, sees the troubled look, and instant snaps into a more guardian mode and just focus and follows along.
You make sure that you are sort of equidistant between everyone in case something happens, and a lot of you tear off towards the hospital wing. When you get there, it is an interesting scene. There are sort of medical utensils scattered everywhere and on the ground. People are sort of starting to begin to pick them up using a combination of, just mortal power and magic. There are scorch marks on the walls. And you see that there is a sort of group, a mixture of what seems to be guard and medical personnel that sort of meet you at the front, that are
I push them back. I try to get through them.
You try to get through them. This is more of one person versus an entire guard.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It is a fruitful attempt.
Yep.
But they just look, we understand everything has been calmed so far. We are treating the wounded at the moment. No one is under fatal condition, as far as we know. We just need to secure both of our patients and get to the bottom of what is going on here.
She is still trying to get through.
You are still
Ashlyn,
trying to get. Sorry, go ahead.
Yep.
Ashlyn's like nearby, like just like a safe distance, but still can be in earshot.
Alex is very distraught and is just trying to like look over the guards, trying to see if there's anything she can see, what's going on. Is my mom okay? Like, mom got hurt. What the fuck happened?
It is not very long before Principal Defendus, flanked by Sir Sharudo, makes his way in as well, looking at the guard as well as you, and sort of being like,
I look up to him.
what seems to have happened here?
I look over.
They're like, sir,
Very frantic.
we should have words not in public. And he goes, if you think for 1 second that this isn't going to get back to Miss Everlock's daughter, then you are a foolish man. What has happened here? And he goes,
She's breathing heavily.
Patricia made her way to Adriana's bedchambers, had gifts ready for her, was there to greet her, and when Miss Bluespark saw her, started yelling and screaming and flinging spells. And as much as I know, that's it. And now, and you see that they sort of hesitate because they see you.
Yeah. I look over at Defendus and I just like do a did anyone else see type of thing. Like, please ask this question.
He looks and he's like, were there any other witnesses to this area? And he's, none direct. There were people who heard but didn't really see what had happened. It sort of all happened very quickly. Principal Defendus, he goes, out with it.
Nod my head.
Miss
Alex looks pissed.
Miss Everlock is magically comatose, sir.
I wince, thinking they flipped, essentially.
A combination of the spells that were fired by Miss Bluespark. One of them was a very powerful sleeping spell. And we have yet to be able to wake her. She is her vitals are stable.
I look like I'm looking at Defendus for anything right now. Thinking, what's up with Blue Spot? Like, is she still here? Can we talk to her?
Make an instinct roll for me, actually.
Can I also make an instinct for, because I am listening on to this?
This is not a listen. This is a look.
Gotcha.
Sorry, hold on. I forgot what a D12 looks like. Where are my D12s? There they are.
It's only been 2 weeks.
Honestly. Little loopy, y'all. Oh, that was not a real roll. Like, better. Okay. That's with fear, but it's a 20 with fear.
20 with fear.
Oh, sorry, 21. 21.
Ooh. 21 with fear. Old enough to drink in the U.S.
With fear.
You see a look on Defendus's face that says, "This doesn't add up." Like,
Yeah, I just gotta give him like the smallest little nod of, I agree. Something's off here.
he goes, "Where is Adriana?" Miss Blue Spark has been detained. She's in her medical area. Her hands are bound. Sir, we cannot have her being able to do the somatic components of spells at the moment. He goes, understandable, unfortunately. He goes, as far as we know, none of her verbal spells are powerful enough that they can't be counterspelled by our staff, but any combination of the two, and she
I look
may
at
be able to
Defendus
overwhelm
at
us.
this and just shake my head. Like, I know I assume she's not dangerous here.
He kind of... take me to her. These students are with me. Sir, she could possibly be...
I shove him out of the way.
You just shove, and you see that they, like, go to, detain you, and Defendus steps in the middle of the two of you.
As you fucking should.
And there is a stride that Defendus himself sort of meets with yours, which is less chaotic than your stride here originally was, and more determined.
Yeah.
Like, there's information missing here.
100%.
Piper, Calathea, Ashlyn, you are allowed to follow with.
I'm going to join.
I'm gonna go
I
grab
am
a
going
bunch
to.
and I'll be right back. I know that.
I am going to join.
I'll be right back. Reactions are not.
Out the follow.
how
Defendus himself wouldn't stop me.
How far back or how far forward do you all go?
I asked Principal Defendus, may I join you guys?
He nods and he says, as I've said, officers, these students are with me.
I think a possibility, just from what I've heard what happened, I think I know what happened, sir.
If you have any information, Miss Ashlyn, it would be
I'll
good
look
to
over at
know.
Ashlyn at this.
Just from what I've been hearing, sir, I think this is another what happened with another professor. You know what?
Do you think this is another domination?
Yes, sir.
Understandable. You can see... You are a sorceress as well, Miss Ashlyn?
Yes, I am, sir.
I may need your help in identifying magics that are not supposed to be here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's right. You can see, like, if something's been tampered with here.
Yep, and also, I have a spell that I can use to get the possession out, if possible.
He nods, continues his stride. Piper, how close / far are you to, like, the front lines where Alex and Defendus are?
I put this a bit further back, just like wanted to give space because obviously this is like important for Alex because it was her mother who was attacked. Piper doesn't have that much like Piper doesn't have that much thinking other than the fact that it's a friend Piper cares about is upset, right? So Piper is kind of staying back, but close enough to clearly be with the group, but not close enough that they still have space if needed, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You get to a drawn in curtain, and Defendus sort of throws it open with authority, to reveal the very familiar visage of your blue-skinned Inferis teacher, as she sort of sits with her head down in her bed, her hands tied behind her back. She does not look chaotic in any way. But there is a look of recognition when she sort of brings her head up. She looks at Defendus very briefly before looking at you, Alex, and the look implies memory. The look implies, like, I know why you're here.
Is there any shame or embarrassment, anything like that I can tell?
Oh, not shame or embarrassment. More along the lines of a look of, like, I don't know how I can explain this.
Is this like... Is it... This was necessary?
No roll needed. 100% is what you're looking at. This was done with thought, and with the thought to protect herself.
Mm-hmm.
Defendus sort of takes his stand. He never leaves like a 5-foot range of whoever's up in front.
Mm-hmm.
Adriana, she just kind of goes, Vincent, Alex.
I just look between the two.
He goes,
Oh,
go ahead.
No, you.
He turns to her. You have to understand the things that I have been told are concerning. She goes, yes, I imagine they would be. Sir, I don't know how to make anyone believe me at this point.
Alex takes that in. Continue.
Am I in the room? Question mark.
You are.
Ashlyn asks.
I'm standing at a
What-
distance. Just so you know. Yeah, continue.
What do you actually remember of what happened, or is it a blur?
No, I remember everything that happened. I was conscious and aware. I made my choices.
I look at my mom.
Your mom is not here.
Oh, just kidding.
Your mom is in a different
Yeah,
wing entirely. Yeah.
got it. Gesturing as like you were present fully, was she?
She looks at you. Do you... Look,
Shake my head.
I can tell you
I
everything.
shake my head. I shake my head.
And Defendus is like, Adriana, you might as well at this point.
A dog?
I nod.
Get away.
She goes, Patricia was there on the night that I got attacked.
Nod my head. I had a feeling.
And she was one of the only people that could ever rival me in terms of magic. I had never seen the spell that she had cast on me before. And it was only after seeing most of my body turn to stone that I recognized her magic.
She was in disguise, is what I'm thinking.
Vincent, Defendus kind of looks at you and nods and goes, you said that she was there, but you said you recognized her magic. Did you see her? And she goes, admittedly, no. But I do... Look, we have known each other for far too long. I know Patricia's magic.
How long have I known Spark?
Blue Spark? You've known her for quite some time. Having lived in the school, they go back.
Yeah. Okay.
She's like, I would know her magic anywhere. If she sent sparks in the sky from a different continent, I would know her magic. Well, this is concerning as well.
I have a question.
The Blue Spark turns to you, Ashlyn, just kind of nods.
Would it be capable that she was being dominated by anything?
Defendus sort of nods and looks over, and she goes, you can check me if you would like, but I made my decisions.
No, she
I
means...
was not saying... Do you think
Everlock.
that Everlock was dominated, or was it her own
on this night?
Mind?
There is no one here powerful enough to dominate Patricia Everlock, except for possibly myself, and I didn't do it.
I look over at Professor Defendus. I'm like, I mean, good to know.
He sort of nods.
At asking if she could have been dominated, I just kind of shake my head too, knowing how powerful she is. This was a choice.
What's up, Piper?
I was just trying to think right now and kind of just because Piper's magic specialty is illusion, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I know there's ways to disguise other things. I've never looked at this myself, but is there a way to make someone's magic look different? Sorry, I use illusion magic a lot myself, so I was thinking, is that a possibility?
There are ways to disguise one's appearance, but to disguise one's source of magic and make it look like someone else's, again, would require in and of themselves a very powerful magic. So unless they were able to use her magic without her being there, then I can only assume that it was her.
But she never saw
Piper
her.
gives a nod of understanding there. Piper just gives a nod of understanding. Piper was just trying to think of any way. You know what I mean?
But you're right. If I had to testify in a court of law, I have to be honest, I did not see her physically there.
Mm-hmm.
But there was someone there, and they were using her magic. So unless we know of a way where someone can use another person's magic...
Kira, take me back. So I found Blue Spark in the woods.
Correct.
I took her to House Karada. We found Zini there. We found
Althea.
Althea. We ended up running into my mom at some point. When was that?
We went to her.
You guys went
to
to
my
her.
mom's office,
Yes.
and she was in her office slash in our like essentially house.
Yes.
Okay. So, but that it could have been hours before. We have no idea.
Absolutely. You have no idea how long Miss Blue Spark was out there.
Cool. I slowly walk up to Blue Spark, kneel down, and I because I know her hands are bound. I put my hand on her thigh, and I just look up at her in a pleading, do you remember me helping you? Do you remember me being there that night?
She sort of looks down at you. I was told that you were the one who found me. But after being petrified, I have no memory of when I was petrified.
It was only during the actual petrification that she has any recollection. I assume was bottom up.
Yes.
And then, takes a shaky breath.
She just sort of, again, her head just sort of hangs there, because in and as much as she respects you,
Yeah.
You don't get the feeling of, like, I'm sorry for what I've done. I'm just
No,
sorry that
it's
you're
not.
in the middle of this.
Yes.
I have a question.
Sure.
Professor Bluespark, do you know which direction the person who petrified you went? Did you see where they went?
They were around me. They had to stay to complete the spell. So I just know that the spell was complete, and then no memory until I woke up here.
Wait. And then I was just like,
How about
maybe this.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
you
Dawn.
remember...
I barely hear you.
Sorry. Do you remember possibly, like, because obviously, like, out of character, there's obviously, like, you can tell kind of what time of the night it is by, like, moon position and, like, how dark it's gotten. Like, they possibly could figure out, like, how long was it between when it happened and when Alex found them by what remembers. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
By details.
Like
do
what
you
time
remember,
of day? That's a good,
like,
that's a really good question.
Do you remember what time it would have been around? Like, evening, early night? Like, you can usually tell by moon position, obviously, or like or how dark it is. But do you remember about what time it might have happened?
I was gathering ingredients. It would have been just as nightfall was happening. Alex, you know it was clear into the night when you found her, so you're looking at like 2-3 hours maybe that she could have been there.
I'm gonna ask, like, I just want to give her a look of why did she attack you? What happened before then?
She just shakes her head. I don't know.
Is she telling the truth? Is there anything else there? Is she hiding something? Was there something that she did find out and that she's either hiding from me or just hiding in general? Or does she just not remember?
Anybody there? Go ahead and give me an instinct roll as you attempt
I'll
to
do
read
that.
her.
19 with hope.
11 with fear.
12 with fear.
It'd help if I unmuted my microphone again. 18 with hope.
Sorry?
18 with hope.
So cool.
Alex and Calathea, as you're sort of reading the scene, you don't get the feeling that she, like, stumbled upon something and was taken out for that. But she just said that she was, like, gathering ingredients, probably for Miss Abra's Alchemy Club, and was just doing a normal routine of hers.
Just an unprovoked attack. Okay. Maybe it was just a way to throw us off from whatever they're actually trying to do. Give us something else to worry about. Or maybe she was stumbling upon something closer.
Defendus seems to mirror your
There's something.
deduction there, Alex, as he goes, it seems as if they're trying to create distractions. A lot of these distractions are happening in localized areas. But why? What attention is being taken away from other areas?
Hold on.
Yeah, and why... you understand why I asked the question about domination, right, sir?
Yes. In order to dominate someone as powerful as Miss Everlock or Miss Bluespark, that would be infallible for them. However, there are ways to control people that are not merely domination.
Blue Spark was found, like, essentially to the right of, like, toward Tenebrae. Like, it.
Yeah.
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 Barada. She was found, like, over here, right?
Yes.
Or was she closer to Tenebrae?
No, she would have been closer to...
Like, over here-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Just give a little X. X marks the blue spark.
Can I just see if there's anything oddly magic in the room?
Sure, go ahead and give me a spellcast roll.
While she's doing this, Alex is also...
That is a
I'll do this.
11 with hope.
You are quite confident that you have done a big, like, survey of this room. There are no magics that shouldn't be here. There's a lot of healing-based magic. A lot of the tools that are used here are sort of a combination arcanotech. You get a very powerful magic vibe from Miss Bluespark herself, but you don't get the feeling that there's, like, anything to hear that shouldn't be. But as Bluespark sees you sort of close your eyes and open your mind to the magics around you, you sort of hear her voice snap you out of it as she goes, "You're wasting your time here? Maybe check up on your mom."
I have someone come with me to go see Everlock's mom. I mean, Alex's mom. I should not go alone.
I'm gonna, as this is kind of betwixt, I'm looking at Defendus. Like, who took her? Where is she?
He sort of shrugs. He's like, "I just got on the scene as quickly as you did, but we can find out."
Because I'm worried that whoever took her was either in cahoots, or I'm worried there's something more nefarious going on here that isn't adding up. And I want to go find her right now.
You see that Blue Spark regards you, Alex. Your mother is many things, but we are all both blessed and cursed by what we are. And, Alex, at the very base, what is your mother?
Talking like elf, we're referencing here.
And, and as soon as, you sort of,
She
maybe,
doesn't
reach up towards, your ears or something like that,
Yeah.
she looks at you, and for the briefest moment, she's like, someone might understand something here. She goes, how did I put her to sleep?
She's not asleep.
No, she is.
Wait, sorry, this is Alexa. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
not putting the
comatose.
2 and 2
She was
together.
comatose. She was comatose.
You
By
know that she
sleeping
was
spell.
comatose. You know that she was magically put to sleep by one of her spells. Alex,
Right.
you can't magically put an elf to sleep.
So she was pretending. Or something. We gotta go.
Something's not up.
We gotta go!
And you just see, as soon as she goes, how did I put her to sleep? You see Defendus go, oh,
Alex
fuck
realizes.
me.
Yep. No.
I mean, I'm like, damn it, those names again. Me remembering, because I'm like, remember we were talking about last time?
Yeah. Defendus, again, hits the stride with you as your friends follow in tow. Where is Miss Everlock being held? This way, sir. And you are led to a room on a far end. They are kept as far away from each other as possible. And you see your mother's body asleep, unmoving. Ashlyn, can I get one more spellcast roll, please?
I smack
Yes.
Ashlyn. I'm like, you gotta check this out now.
That would be a
Alex is
12
fear
with
too.
hope. No, fear, with fear.
12 with fear.
And yes, I am remembering the +3, by the way.
Hey, sometimes the dice just kind of aren't on your side, but I will tell you what a 12 gets you. You look her over, and there is a myriad of things that are not supposed to be here. You have trouble sort of honing in on what they are, but you're going through everything that you know, and you are illusion magic, because you're aware of Piper and the twins.
I am saying this out loud for the others to hear me talk, like.
But it's not
Illusion
that.
magic?
You don't hone in on illusion. Conjuration?
Conjuration?
So this is some kind of homunculus, possibly.
You get the feeling that that's a possibility.
Does it feel like her?
It does. It absolutely feels like her. You place your hand upon it. It feels like skin. It feels like body. It feels like bones.
Has Mom done anything like this before, intentional? Has she made other versions of herself, clones, essentially?
Not often, but it's a possibility. Simulacrums can be made.
Right. But I've never seen her do this.
You've heard of it, but you've never seen her do it.
And there's nothing deeper. This isn't someone trying to disguise themselves.
You're
Right, 'cause
looking
that
at
would be
this you're fucking trying to rub paint off, maybe, that they've painted themselves to look like an elf. If it's a disguise, it's a fucking surgery.
So this is...
This doesn't
Where
make
is
sense.
Yeah, where's the conjuration magic coming from? It's the whole body?
The whole body.
Okay.
You feel
Hey,
like
Alex?
you may not be far off from a simulacrum.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alex.
Look
May
over
I
at
ask
Ashley.
Is she wearing or anything that looks different to you than normal?
Ooh, that's a good question. Is there anything that looks different? Or is it a perfect 1-to-1 reaction?
While you're looking at the body, it's a perfect 1-to-1. As you sort of
But is
look
it the
at
same-
the accessories,
I was wondering, is it the same stuff she was wearing 10 minutes before? Or
the
an hour?
the rings are like 10 minutes before, yes. But you never really got a better look at like the rings or necklaces or something like that. You don't see your mother's arcane focus.
Okay. The second we have decided that this is probably not my mother. Because we've decided that, right? Like, this is definitely something that has been conjured to look like her.
And you guys, for the most part, are saying this out loud as well, right?
Well, in Alex's feet, like,
I'm
saying-
nodding along with what you're saying, essentially.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I've been saying this out loud. I said it earlier, like,
Yeah.
because I said conjuration, illusion, spell. Like I said
I
that out
kinda-
loud.
Like, the second we decide and I see that she's missing her arcane focus, what is her arcane focus? Is it a ring?
Her
Did
arcane
you say-
focus is a wand.
Oh, it's a wand. Okay, so she's missing her wand,
She's
which
missing
she
her wand.
does not. She does not take that. She doesn't leave the house without it. It's like
No,
one
like, she
key.
can do certain magics, certain inherent magics without them.
Yeah,
But
sure.
that is sort of her focus, the source of her power.
So either this is mom, that someone has taken her wand, or this is not mom and she is missing her wand in this recreation.
What type of magic is conjuration focused, like art based?
Conjuration is the ability to summon something.
That's not what I'm asking.
Okay.
What
I
else?
need clarification.
Arcane or midnight. Arcane or midnight.
Oh, arcane.
Oh, what's I see.
Arcane.
If we're are we like 100% positive, Madam DM, that this is not her, or is this
I don't know if you could ever be 100% positive, but this
we're
makes
pretty
the
damn
most
sure.
sense to you. And
Okay,
as this
'cause
is said out loud,
if
Defendus
that's
goes,
the case?
I can confirm this if you would like.
Yes, please, sir.
I look at him, shake my head, and go, like, essentially, this is a distraction. Something else is happening right now.
He nods. I will get this solved and figured out. You all do what you need to
We
do.
need to go. We need to go.
Yeah. Do you guys decide to leave the hospital wing then?
Yes.
Yeah. But the question is where. I kind of look at Piper in a where do we go?
Is he? How far? What's the farthest thing from the hospital wing?
Piper's just looking like in a way because obviously it was looked towards Piper.
Can
Piper's
I
like,
also look at the map? the map that we have.
How am I supposed to know? I don't know most of this.
I don't actually have a hospital wing drawn, but I do have this little area, and that could be the hospital wing.
It is like slightly towards the back of the school.
Great. Are we
What
feeling
is
here?
this?
Are we feeling like over here? Kind of like this.
Probably more towards like center back.
Oh, got it.
Sure.
So like around here. Okay, I'll draw something eventually. Here, I'll draw a little thing.
I would like to ask, ever since that it was mentioned that it might be a distraction, Kyle has been like looking around and trying to figure out that portion, while keeping an eye on stuff, just like trying to figure out what could it be, what could it be, what could it be.
I would
Just
like to
thinking
check the map.
as like
on
just
my
a general
phone.
like,
Work
if I
on
were
it.
to hit something, where would I hit? Type deal.
Ashlyn, you check your map app.
It's the map. It's the app.
It's the app. It's the app.
Map.
You know that the farthest from here is probably like the Great Hall where you guys have your food. So
Medical area. Is the food stuffs.
they seem to have hit both areas, like both the far back and the far front. Then there is like the center foyer area. That seems to be sort of the equidistant center of
Can we go
where both
through-
attacks were.
Can we go through the school?
Yeah,
Just-
I think you have to go through the school, to be fair.
Yeah. Either that or go around. But at this
Mhm.
point, it's let's go through the fucking school and see what the fuck is going on. And hope for the best. And try to hit the middle.
And you do. You, sort of are at a breakneck speed, going through this. You're passing by, some students who take, like, night classes, as, you know, night has begun to fall. You even pass by, what seems like a recently woken up, Rockterra, who just kind of, what in the fuck? Where does the fire? Do you
In the
don't
middle
stop
of-
for anything? You just keep going.
Yeah, keep coming. I mean, you could come with.
Just,
Excuse me.
I have class. You, okay.
Bye.
I'm gonna spend a hope and summon Fred.
Good idea.
You do.
Very good.
And a looming sort of shadow figure seems to, sort of just hover around you, a bigger shadow than even you should be casting.
Question from the man. I didn't get a chance. Sorry.
Sorry?
I was like, a question for you to continue your thing, your rant before I interrupt.
All I was saying is, big ol' shadow, students give you a fucking wide berth once that happens and just fucking let you guys pass.
Heard.
So I love Fred, and I think it's a good idea to get him out now instead of later.
I was gonna ask about with the background and knowledge of Guardian and not all that nonsense. So probably would assume that possibly it might be coming up, seeing us, especially being a second year or a third year. I'm not sure exactly how many years I've been here now. At least 2.
I believe you're in your second year.
There's probably been some discussions or like assignments of like defendable locations in the school or possibly attackable locations in the school. Just using my general knowledge of Guardian and what has occurred so far, like what would Calthe theoretically think would be like the most, if you're distracting someone back here, like what would be a good target? Like thinking of that type of wise.
You would think
like if there's
you
a role
wanna
that you
get
want me to
as
do.
Far, you want the distraction to be as far away from the thing you're trying to get to. Right? And so you're like, oh, if it's at the back of the school, then it should be at the front. But wait a second, the last time they did a distraction, it was at the front of the school. So, but they've attacked both. So you're thinking that possibly it could be center mass.
Sure. Yeah.
Welcome back, Alexa.
Also, quick question: where did Baba Yaga set up or setting up?
Baba Yaga is setting up her hut near the front of the school.
I was
She's
just
probably
thinking
going to move it
because
off of the main road where she had it parked originally. But it's, let's just say, a little bit bigger on the inside.
that's fair. I'm just thinking of as myself as well, that what has changed that a situation, a distraction is required right now in the middle of the night. A new target, new potentially powerful target has arrived.
That is true.
And I suppose this Calthe is just keeping staying vanguard watch over everyone's just watching as they're running. And she pauses for a moment and you just hear Yaga.
Oh shit!
More like a questionable like a Yaga? Like kind of questionable tone in her voice.
But why would they? Oh, she's also powerful. But it does. How? I am questioning a lot of things now.
You can see as well that you are passing by several teachers, Professor Weber and Professor Montgomery, as they're kind of patrolling the halls, are just excuse me, you're running in hallways. No running in hallways. What is
Mr. Montgomery?
Yes. Oh, Miss Daggerthorn. What seems to be the matter here?
Where is Baba Yaga right now?
Oh, I assumed that she would be in her hut in the front of the school, either getting some rest or setting up shop.
Who else is out right now other than us and night students?
Most of the teachers, I believe. We're just doing our final rounds before sort of heading to bed. Some of us teach the night classes, but what seems to be the issue here? You all seem so frantic.
I look over at Calithe and Alex. Who have you heard back from most recently with patrols?
Who have I?
Who's together and everything, sir?
Who is together? Professor Weber and I are doing patrols together. Coach Bainesfang was doing patrols with Sir Shrudo, but Vincent came by and requested Sir Shrudo's presence. Apparently something has gone down in the hospital wing.
Yes, I know, sir. We were just there.
I mean, may I inquire as to what happens?
I look over at Calithe. I'm like, am I allowed to say or no? I look over to Alex because I say this out loud.
Shake my head no.
Calithe.
Defendus will inform you in time.
Yeah, me like
The answer is that.
me trying to go through who's at. Me trying to go through all the teachers that have not been said yet.
I grab Ashlyn's arm, pull her away.
What's up?
I just shake my. We keep running, and I shake my head.
Okay.
And just silence.
The Defendus will inform you in time.
Oh, I suppose you just see Professor Weber. This is most unorthodox. I will be putting in a full inquiry soon.
It's unorthodox times right now.
Me trying Abra and Coach Banks I mean this is in my head. I'm they wouldn't use. Abra. Was Abra in the hospital wing at the time we were visiting?
Miss Abra was not in the hospital wing at the time you were visiting. As far as you
I just
know,
had
though,
to look.
she could just be asleep.
Did we go to the center of the school already?
No, we haven't
No,
gotten
you are
to-
approaching, as of now, though, you are sort of in the center foyer.
I look around.
Go ahead and give me instinct rolls for
So look around.
instinct or knowledge, I will say.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Double threes. Perfect
Double
timing.
threes.
Perfect timing. Oh, we needed that.
Critical roll for this critical roll.
That would be a 9 with hope. Hey, getting back my hope point!
Ah, neat.
Also,
Twin
Kira.
force.
Double threes, double fours. Piper, if you want, you can give an instinct or knowledge roll to sort of investigate.
Oh shit,
the
we
area.
got 2 crits? Fuck yeah.
That is a 15 with hope.
All right. We'll go.
I have a +1 in either, so it doesn't matter which.
Fair. We
It's
will
very-
go
I'm just
bottoms
rolling
up.
shit today.
What's up?
Ashlyn, you are sort of mind jumbled at this point, but you know at the very much that your friends are determined, and as long as you are all together, that you stand a better chance of whatever you'll be finding. You don't seem to be able to sort of narrow down that focus enough, but you are able to get your hope point back. Piper, you know, you are sort of putting together that almost all of the teachers are accounted for. It might be good to check up on where Miss Abra is, although she's probably just asleep. Or in the middle of teaching a rogue class, because rogue classes at night kind of what they do, right? Calathea and Alex. So you're sort of looking around. Everything looks perfectly normal here. Then you pull out your app. The app shows a lot of the secret passages as they change within the school. There seems to be a note made in the center foyer of a secret passage in this area. Here's the thing. All of the other secret passage notes tell you how to access them. This one doesn't. It just makes a note that there is a passage here, but not how to get into it.
Interesting. So,
You could be spending hours or
I-
even days just smacking every stone in this area, saying
Right.
any combination of words in any combination of languages. There is something here, though.
Alex racks her. Also, Kira, look at the M's real quick.
Oh, looking at DMs.
DM.
People have slided up into my DMs. You don't know for sure.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So we've seen every other secret passage that's been on this as directions how to get there.
Yeah. It
Mhm.
tells you where on
But
the
this
wall
one-
to push or what to say.
But this one, for some reason, doesn't.
There is no note on how to access this one. But there's just a note that it's here.
Why would they not put the instructions for this one.
Do they not know?
No, they would have to know. The whole club would have to know, I would think. Unless...
I am gonna text Toby. He should be awake.
What do you text him?
Hey, any chance can you meet in the as soon as you can meet in the center foyer? I need to ask you some questions.
You send that message out.
Wait.
What are you laughing at?
I
don't know what that means.
Hold on.
You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Hold on. Oh.
Am I correct that it's Toby that made the map, right?
Madam, you...
I'm asking the group.
No, not you as Madam.
No, she's talking to me.
Madam Alexa, I will say this as your GM. You want to do something, you tell... You call it in the game.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I noticed you pulling... We all have our phones out. And we're all...
Yeah.
We're all sitting here in the foyer with our dick in our hands, essentially. And I noticed that Ashley... Hold on. I'm gonna roll for it.
Ah, you're gonna roll to see if you notice it.
I am scrolling through the map. I'm looking at the map. I'm questioning what the hell's happening. And I look over at Ashlyn's phone and it switched over to text. And I grab your hand. And I look at you. And I look at Toby's name.
Okay.
Before you hit send. And I pull out my notebook. And I pull out Princess Merge Key, Toby Lock Splitter.
Shit! Hey guys, I think you guys need to take a peek what Alex just figured out.
Just say it. What?
Toby.
I rolled a crit.
Toby.
Let's see if I can stop her.
Toby Lockspitter, Princess. What's the? I forgot the name. Sorry.
Merge Key.
Merge
Key and Lock Splitter.
Contrast. Connections.
I started deleting the message. Son of a.
Oh crap! I can't text. I looked at you. I looked at the map.
Oh,
no,
go ahead.
I look at Ashley and I look at the map. I say, I point to the medical area.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I'm saying, tell him to meet us here.
I nod. I message Shelby, hey, can
I tell everyone, or I go and hide.
Okay.
Before Alex hides, Piper just looks at Alex like, what's that? Like, and Piper's just like, in a way of, do you want to, like, Piper's like, I can help, like, you could hide, but hide better. Piper could cast visibility on Alex to make it easier, is what I'm saying.
Who has the cloak at the moment?
I thought Sonata has it.
Yeah, Sonata's got it.
Sonata has it. That's why Piper's offering to cast invisibility.
Ooh, golly.
Sonata will as well offer it to you in case you want to cover your physical tracks.
I look at Sonata
Do you want me?
and I
do you
kind
want
of
me
shake
to-
my head and I do this. I'm like, we need to do this together.
One question, Alex. Should I give anyone a heads up that's over there?
Shake my head no. Alex looks nervous that anyone else could be a part of this. We still have we figured one piece of the puzzle out, but there's still 2 other people that we don't know what's going on. And at this, I'm also thinking too, like, something we've talked about Will Nairfree as being possibly related to Everlock, but we don't know how. We haven't gotten it perfect yet. So there's still something there that I'm like, okay, with all of this happening, with Mom having something happen here, I don't know what to do with that knowledge. But so I just kind of point at Will Nairfree and just kind of shrug.
What does your text to Toby say?
Hey, Toby, any chance can we meet at the can we meet in the in the hospital wing?
It's a couple. It's like almost a solid minute before you get a message back, that says, "Sure. Is everyone safe? Is someone in danger?"
Look over, Alex. What do you want me to say? Kind of give me the look of what do you want me to say?
I kind of gave you a nod in the sense of tell him what we saw. Tell him that my mom was blasted and that we need to know if there was a way she got out or something like that, or if that there something along those lines. I want to draw this guy out of whatever hole he is in right now to see if we can figure out where the entrance to this is. But if you guys feel like it's better, we can also, you guys can start heading, quote, back there, and I can stand here in invisibility and hope for the best. But it's weird that he also took a minute there.
Also, I did succeed on the invisibility roll. I rolled a 13 with hope, and it's a DC 10.
Perfect. You know that the way that Piper's invisibility works, Alex, is essentially as long as you don't take any actions, you can stay invisible pretty much indefinitely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
invisibility is fucking powerful in Daggerheart.
Yeah,
So
because you get 3 actions on the 3rd. Once that's resolved, you lose it. Okay, with my current.
Oh, I get 3 actions while I'm invisible. Shit.
Yeah, because it's it's my spellcast, which is a +3.
Okay, so
the other thing is, though, the second I go invisible, none of y'all are going to be able to interpret anything that I'm, quote, saying. Because I can't make noise.
Alex.
Wait, Hypo just thinks. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work like that. Ignore me. The problem is because you can't make noise. How does talking in heads go? Because Sonata has telepathy.
Almost like someone needed to create specially made magic items in order for that to happen that are sitting in fucking Alex's closet.
I like having problems.
What's up, Ashlyn? I feel like you were trying to say something.
So you want me to tell him, like, something has happened with Miss Everlock, essentially.
That's good. I love that, actually. That's fucking perfect.
Okay. And
Solid.
I need your interpretation.
Come quick.
You see that he, messages back. Yeah, I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay, you ready guys to go? I look at the three.
I motion for you guys to go, and I motion for Piper to cast invisibility on me.
Piper casts it. I rolled earlier because I was checking
Oh,
to make sure that.
And I know.
Piper, your illusory magic blends Alex in a trick of the light, one might even say, in that light does not bounce off of you. And you are as a background object in a scenery.
I am a lamp.
You are a lamp. You are full Pixar.
I do have Fred come with me, so it doesn't cast suspicion. So.
And the four of you return to the front of the area. Again, passing the teachers, making their patrol. Just basically like, we are going to want at least some sort of explanation at some point.
Defendus will tell you.
Yes, I know.
Hopefully
I heard
in time.
that Defendus will tell me.
I love how they don't realize Alex is now with us, joking.
Oh, who says they don't?
Okay.
And also, jokingly, technically only one of them is running in the halls.
I run off all the time.
Gallifreya and Piper are flying. So the only person technically running is Ashlyn.
I'm leaping, excuse me. That's
Technically, none of
It's
us
like a
are
bounding
actually...
leap.
Yeah, like, none of them are actually running. Loopholes.
Question. Well, while we were texting Toby, nothing changed in the room, did it?
No.
Okay. Alright.
You make it to the front of the hospital wing and wait as long as you need to, and it's about 5 or 10 minutes or so before little goblin man starts to kind of, snake his way through the crowd. Quite quickly, he's getting good at this navigating a crowd thing. And comes up, hey, I heard there was something going wrong with Miss Everlock. I don't really know how I can help, but if I can...
Just see how you can determine something that I even myself can't see. I just need another set of eyes.
Sure, do we have the clearance to go and see her?
I know someone.
Sure. Where is Alex hurt as well? She's not with you.
I look around. Oh, I'm guessing Alex ran off as usual. You know her.
Yeah. Okay, so she is okay then.
Yes, she is.
Okay. Sure. Lead the way.
I'm gonna send a quick message to Defendus, like, hey, can you come up to the front area of the hospital bay?
You get no response, but you do see that he is starting to make his way to the front. Miss Ashlyn, is there something I can do to help you?
I'm gonna get some help from our friend Toby here. Set of extra eyes on Miss Everlock.
That will not be necessary. I had the clerics.
I give him a look.
He looks at you and kind of stops midway through his sentence and... Very well, but we won't have a lot of time.
Okay.
He leads you to Miss Everlock's bed. They seem to be sort of in the process of removing her from the area. And you just see Toby. This is interesting. It seems as if some sort of sleeping spell, or is she knocked out? Or sleep doesn't make sense. She's elven descent.
Yeah, that's something I still don't get. It does not make sense.
Yeah, unless it is not her. Have we ruled out illusory magic?
I look over to Principal Defendus and like, am I allowed to say anything or no?
He has no fucking clue what you're doing and is just kind of trusting you.
I look over to Calthea. And I look over to Piper.
Type of vibes. What vibe check would I get for us? What do I need to do for that? So this lock splitter.
Go ahead and give me an instinct reaction roll for a vibe check.
I also would like to do that too. Vibe check.
Vibe check.
Would I be able to as well? Instinct's not my best, but
Vibe check. Here, check your DMs.
I did.
13.
I saw it.
18.
That is a 14 with fear.
Reaction roll, so you're fine on that one. So 14, 18, and Piper, you got
13.
13. Piper and Ashlyn, you're sort of more concerned with, like, what are we allowed to say? Calathea, you're watching closely. There is a nervousness there. You don't know if it's just a nervousness of the situation, but there is a jitteriness. He doesn't want to be here.
Principal Defense, can I talk to you for a second outside? Calathea and Piper, can you keep an eye on this?
I'm trying to think how she would react given the current situation.
Yes, of course. He'll sort of go outside of the room and close the curtain.
Is Toby out of earshot?
As far as you know.
So, we have a suspicion about something with Toby, sir.
Okay. What is this founded on?
Do you remember the names that we were told during the gathering of influence?
Yes, the strange monikers.
Contrast connection, sir.
Right.
What's the opposite of... I'm gonna... because I keep on forgetting it. Merge key.
Opposite of merge...
Key.
Split. Key.
Right.
Lock. Oh.
This is just a theory that we have, sir. That's why we're acting like this.
It's not unfounded. Just make sure that you're not convincing yourself of a solution that doesn't actually exist. I think that you should pursue this.
That's why I'm like, just in case that way, I wanted to inform you, sir.
I will say that yours and Alex's theories were proven correct. This is a simulacrum recreation of Miss Everlock, which means that we do not know currently where the actual Patricia Everlock is.
Also,
We know
make
if
sure
this thing casted magic.
Sorry?
I said, do we know if it casted magic? The simulacrum.
Do we know if the simulacrum cast magic?
Against Blue Spark or anything.
We don't. So from what you guys were told, Blue Spark immediately saw Everlock and then I started blasting.
Got it. That's what I thought. Okay.
Also, out of character, sorry for not like telling you guys I was going to tell them like what our theory was.
It's alright, dude. You're doing perfect. Dude, you're a fucking genius.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I think
It's like-
when
Because we have trust with Vincent, right? This is everything, right?
I'm not there, Alex. Fully trust me.
blasted
guys.
allergies. I was gonna say,
Sorry, I missed
when
what you
Calculated
said.
notices the slight nervousness in Toby, she's just gonna look down and just like, "Is everything okay? You seem off."
No, things are very much not okay. One of our
Mostly, like,
teachers
just
was
pushing.
attacked.
And we're like pushing further into that hole, like trying to gauge, like, is he speaking like he's that way, or is he trying to deflect? Kind of.
Yeah, he just
And-
responds to you. He's like, no, things are not okay. One of our teachers was attacked, and this seems to be a recurring thing. So, I forgive me if I'm a little bit nervous, but,
It just almost feels like you don't want to be here.
I would probably...
And she's just kind of pushing forward, trying to get a feeling, like if he's really telling the truth about this. And I wanted to maybe see if I can roll another instinct, but also apply my protector of the soul type deal, where it usually goes for the fact that she's always looking out for other people and trying to help them out. But I want to go for the opposite way, like she's trying to sense that something's wrong type deal.
So I'm actually going to get you to roll presence on this one.
Yeah.
See if that sort of that overarching
That's her.
personality kind of gets him to break in the way that you want to.
Very good.
But yes,
Could I
go
use
ahead
that
and give me
experience?
Yeah, go ahead. Spend a hope and you add the experience to it.
Well, I don't know if I really needed to have the experience, as that was double 8s.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
But if you want a total, anyway,
Fucking
16,
crits
18,
are crits.
19.
Fucking 19 on his die. You absolute pain in my ass.
I quite enjoy being a pain in the ass.
Yeah, you do. You can see that he is trying to keep his composure as best he can, but that looming presence of not only just a strong person in general, but almost that captain-esque, the same voice that you use if someone comes to one of your practices fucking hungover or something, and you're like, so what did you do during the weekend?
Also, didn't Toby disappear during the gathering of influence when the attack first happened? Or am I remembering things wrong?
He was cowering during the entire thing.
So he says. We lost track of him.
Right. And you just see that he's like, well, it's a nervous place to be, and I'm not a nurse, I'm not a cleric, I'm not anything like that, I'm not a seraph. Not really my expertise. I tend to sort of stick in the Shadows.
Shadows, eh?
Is there something specific you guys wanted my help with, or can I? Can I go?
Trying to think here. Trying to think. Like, all these... Everything that's occurred so far, how would...
What was the thing that merge kit was? Like, what species?
It didn't mention a species for
Gotcha.
merge key.
Items are starting to kind of put that, but... Oh, scheisse. I don't know what to do here, honestly, because I'm thinking Calthea might... She's on the brink of, like, breaking a lot of stuff, because she's seen one of her friends almost die, and it's triggering a lot of traumatic events from the past. And...
Hold on. I need to move this over here.
Does she press further? Is the question.
Piper's just started there watching this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe I'll roll for it. Let's see what I mean, they're probably built around the time where Defendus and Ashton probably comes back into the...
So what is it that you say to him as he's basically telling you, like, hey, can I go?
She is more or less just kind of standing him and the door, kind of like saying, like, giving that body presence, like, no, you can't. It's almost like this... I don't know, the best way I can describe it is almost like an anime aura, like you are involved with something, but I cannot place it, but I want to get you to say it. Type deal. She just has this...
spicy.
She's just standing there, like, imposing, the little small frame of it that she is. She's already opposing as is, but she's more like, I know you're up to something, but I can't prove it yet. I really want to just beat it out of you, but it's not who I am.
You see that he's like, I'm not really. I don't like this situation right now. I want to help you guys. I just need to, if there's nothing that I can do to help, I just...
Do I notice this nervousness?
It is unmistakable at this point. He is fully... cannot take his eyes off of Calthea.
Is everything alright, Toby?
I just sort of get the feeling that I'm being
Toby likes butter.
interrogated here, and I'm not really understanding what's going on.
I give him a look of. I give him a look of like, are you sure?
How close is Fred at the moment?
He didn't come outside with me, so he's still with Calthea and Piper.
You're a genius.
So he is like
You're so cool.
He's in the room with the both of you.
Yes.
So much.
He is going to actually step closer to Fred.
Althea
I'm-
steps with them, like almost like in step, just like
Yeah, he does.
you're like that like, did I give you permission to move type deal? Like,
Ooh, ooh.
He doesn't try and get past you. He's instead like
I'm gonna-
sidestepping.
I
like to shadow bind.
Sorry, can Piper stand between Toby and Fred? And Fred, yeah.
Okay, so multiple things are going to happen at once.
Mm-hmm.
multiple things.
We're going to get a spellcast roll from Ashlyn with the Shadow Bind. We're also going to get opposed agility rolls from one is like, so you're going to be opposing an agility roll, Piper, with Toby.
My just realization of, oh no, because I think out of character, I think I know Med, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
Piper doesn't know this, but I know exactly what's happening because of the one shot I had earlier this week, because B's character had that ability, is all I'm gonna say. I
That
think I
would
know
be a 19 with fear.
19 with fear.
Agility.
Piper, you are trying to beat a 22.
20 with hope.
Close,
but not good enough. Piper's not the most agile.
This question: would there be like any like circumstantial bonuses that could be lent for just Calthea's close, almost predatory approach towards Toby so far for her, or not?
Not because Toby's not moving closer to you.
Yeah, but still, any movement she's trying to match as best she can. Just
only one of you could get in Toby's way, right?
Yeah,
so if
no, I
you
was
guys
just
are
wondering if
both
there's,
going
like,
for
maybe-
that, you'd bump into each other.
no, it's fair. It's more like maybe if she goes to charge, she'd be like kind of bump or cause a small
So
momentary advantage or distraction. But that's fine.
this is what's going to happen. Quicker, because the spell goes off, and Piper goes to move. Quicker than either of you can get that off. Toby
But does
makes...
it succeed? Does my spell succeed?
Your spell does succeed. He is what is
It's against
essentially...
adversary. It's an adversary, can't be an ally. I'm sorry. I'm going to just point that out. It can't be an ally.
No, I'm aware.
It says,
What I'm trying to tell you here is he is quick enough that he is able to outrun the spell. The spell goes off. It is perfectly within its range. But before the shadow can get binded, it is overtaken with the shadow, the looming shadow that is Fred. He dips in and vanishes within the shadow.
that does
of
not make
Fred.
sense. I'm sorry, how does that make sense?
You get the feeling that this guy is more powerful than he looks.
Stats must be fucking wild, yo. Holy shit.
Like, your spell, like I said, fully went off, and it should have gotten him.
Yeah, because it says, against all adversaries within very close range, targets you succeed against are temporary restrained as their shadow bind them in place.
Yes.
He has plot armor.
He has plot armor that is statted. So it is not a case of, like, screw you, your thing doesn't work. It is like, he has a specific screw you that he shouldn't have.
I would say to add flavor to the scene, Calthea kind of jumps towards him as he disappears, kind of runs into the wall, and she punches into it. She's like, just out of sheer frustration.
I like that. Good flavor.
Defendus kind of moves back in. What is...
Sir?
Where's Toby?
Put a red alert for Toby Locksplitter. He's wanted.
Noted. He's going to leave and head back to his office. It takes a couple of seconds, but Alex, you notice Toby starting to come into vision. Dashing through the shadows within the halls, and coming into view in the center foyer. He just kind of looks around, pulls out his phone. You're able to, like, get around as long as you don't do any major actions. You do not recognize the number that he puts in.
Okay.
And he just kind of puts the phone up. Don't speak. I'm compromised. I have to wait for you.
Let me pause for a second.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna hold out. It might be a last minute split second decision here. It's fine. Continue.
And he just goes, I'm going to have to wait in the meeting place. This school's not safe anymore. Just in-person talking or nothing. And he hangs up. He approaches the fountain in the center foyer. And takes out what seems to be a, like, onyx-coated key. Plunges his hand into the water, and you hear a click. And it seems to move back ever so slightly.
Sorry, he has a key. He turned said key in the water.
Yes, in the water of the fountain.
Okay. Got it.
You can see that there is something near, like, at the bottom. He has to, like, fully lean over because he's so small to get this key into the hole.
Yeah.
The fountain shifts back slightly enough for, like, a medium to small-sized creature to get through.
I'm gonna go through with him.
Okay. Are you doing so stealthily?
Yes.
This is going to be your first action. I'm going to need a finesse roll from you, please.
I'm trying to see if there's anything. Hold on. My heart is racing.
Yeah?
Okay. Once per rest, mark a stress to sprint anywhere within far range without making an agility roll to get there.
So it's not about crossing the distance, it's about being stealthy about it.
Okay. That's what I was
you're not making the agility roll.
Uh-huh.
You're making a finesse roll for it to be stealthy. Which I will give you advantage on because you are invisible.
I'll take fly on the wall as an experience as well.
Okay. Yeah, 100%.
Is that one or two
One hope.
hopes? I forget. One hope.
One hope.
Okay,
to
so this is
make
with
that.
advantage, and plus my experience. Holy fuck, double eights. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That looked like an 8. It is unfortunately not. Hang on. 18. Oh, that might not be high enough. That's with hope.
And is that with the +2 from your experience?
17, 18, yeah.
As far as you know, he has not broken stride.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, you seem to be in the clear for now.
Uh-huh.
You can match his stride. If you're going faster, you may have to spend your whatever to make that agility check, or to bypass that agility check. You also don't know what's down here. And it seems to be a winding little set of like tunnels. You see him flipping switches as well.
Yeah.
And moving things out of place, jumping over certain areas.
I want to try to remember this. Remember the order of operations a little bit. But not focus on it so much that I'm not being stealthy.
Yeah, if you find yourself coming back here, you will be allowed a recall knowledge roll. DC might be a bit high because you are not spending time fully studying it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's there in general. Before he goes into a centralized chamber, a massive Arcano cell, where not only are several bodies suspended in animation, but several magical artifacts are suspended in animation as well, separated from the bodies themselves. You don't recognize the look of any of these people, but you can give me a knowledge roll if you would like.
I think Alexa knows, and I would think that Alex would probably know this too.
I think it's not a very high DC.
I hope you don't mind me taking advantage for well read.
I think that you can very well do this here.
17.
17.
That's with hope.
Fucking easily done.
Chat is going crazy right now.
Oh yeah, the group chat is chatting.
Oh no,
the group is grouping. You very much recognize the look of these magical artifacts as the artifacts belonging to the antagonist assembly that were sealed beneath the Defendus Academy when Vincent first founded the school. You are in the antagonist assembly's cell. With that as well, you can see that it is being, there's a very large sort of arcane battery going on that is keeping them in their suspended animations, probably created by Defendus and his cohorts at the time. And it takes an equally strong battery to drain that energy. It doesn't seem like the battery, like the cells containing the actual people are being drained, but a very, very slow process has begun to drain the cells around the artifacts.
Alex, this is like epitome of too curious for my own good.
And with that, you think to yourself, what could possibly be being used as a battery to drain these things? You have only taken a cursory glance in the chamber proper.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you bitch, you're just gonna make me
Oh, scheiße.
You decided to go into the shit of it.
No, I did.
Congrats,
fuck.
You have knowledge. You're also alone.
I'm alone in here. I need to look around. I need to know what the fuck is happening. This is... Again, may I use Too Curious for my own good and see what I can see?
Sure. Do you plan on going into the chamber proper?
How far is Toby from me?
Toby has gone full in. He is almost to the back of the chamber at this point.
Okay. The second I realize what is here, what is happening, I am paused.
As you do, your illusion holds. Nothing has been done yet.
I am noticing this battery. My Discord is going crazy, y'all. I'm focused here. Oh gosh. Focus on the battery. This is all just surface stuff right now. I don't have the time. I don't have the options to be able to do anything right now.
Matt, do you like my reaction?
Holy shit!
Oh. Let's take a look at the reaction.
So many things.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Alright. I'm gonna take you through Alexa's thought process here. I got two options here. Option one, I get the fuck out of Dodge. That's about all I'm gonna be able to do with this. And we come back later. Option two, I make myself known. Or fuck everything up.
You always have so many options in an open world sandbox RPG.
Okay, you know what? Balls to the walls. The dice said make a fucking choice, Alexa. Hey, stop. You remember how we were all talking about having to make choices as individuals sometimes?
Yeah!
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes. And I was apologizing in the group chat for making decisions on my own without.
And we're all like, no, this is part of the fun. This is part of the game. Even though my heart is fucking racing right now.
Fuck up.
I'm gonna have so much to read in this chat when I come out of this stress. Okay.
Sorry.
Decisions are hard. I'll make a choice. Okay. Okay.
In the meantime,
I am going
that Toby is sort of making an area for him to stay in as he's just like hyperventilating and just, oh god. Okay.
I'm gonna trust my gut here.
Trust your God. Do it.
Do it.
Pull the
No.
trigger.
I'm gonna pull the trigger. I am going to throw my returning blade at Toby.
Okay. Now, Piper, with your invisibility, does that just give disadvantage on people attacking you, or does that also give advantage to your attacks?
Disadvantage on people attacking you.
Okay.
Let me just double check the wording, but I'm pretty sure. Any attack rolls against them are made with disadvantage, and they cannot be seen with unless through magical means. So yeah, that's all it says.
What is the range on your returning blade?
That's a great question. Whoopie daisy. It says close. Although it says when this weapon is thrown, it says close. But that's
He
fine.
is farther than close.
I can get closer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I can get closer.
So you get closer into the chamber proper
Again.
and throw your returning blade. Go ahead and give me that attack.
Do I have any bonuses to this shit? Hold on. I'm also going to, before I do this, spend a hope to use my ranger's focus.
Okay.
I might be really fucked up. This might be really bad. Okay. That's a reaction roll. Okay. Wait. Sorry, I can't count. 18 to hit.
I believe that will probably hit. Give me a very quick second.
You're good.
Y'all been booted by a crocky.
Can we... I would be okay if you want to retcon this, Kira, me looking in the chamber first and using an action to do so. For story's sake, because I think either way I'm going to be wrecked, and he's going to be able to see me no matter what.
You can make... Here's the thing. You can make this attack. This will not end your invisibility. This is only your second action.
Right.
If you go in and you use an action to, like, survey the area, and then attack...
That would be number 3. I know. Right.
So...
I know.
If you want to survey the area, then that's fine.
I think it would be more cinematic. I'm gonna...
You do
You're
whatever
right.
it is that you want to
You're
do.
right. You're right. I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna look around. See what the fuck is up. See what this battery is. See what... If there's anyone else here. See what's
Give
going on.
me a very crucial instinct check.
May I, again, use another hope for fly on the wall for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or sorry, for, curious for my own.
Too curious
This
for your
is
own good?
really for my own fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh, golly.
Do it.
Oh, golly. Oh, golly. Oh,
Oh, golly, Miss Molly.
really bad. An absolute waste. A 5 on the dice, plus 1 as my advantage, and then plus an extra 1 for my instinct or presence or whatever the fuck. Trash. Just stressful fucking trash.
So,
Fearful,
does
stressful
that
fucking
get
trash.
up to 10 with the experience?
What was I rolling? Depends on what I was rolling. Oh, wait. Oh, right. You're right. With my experience. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, But it depends on what I was rolling.
It was instinct.
9.
9. There's so much in this room right now. You've never been in this room. You don't know the places where to look. I'll give you this. I'll give you this. If you really want to succeed in this role, it will end your invisibility.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna end my invisibility with this attack.
With the attack.
Because it's poetic and it's beautiful. I'm gonna attack him with an 18 to hit.
Okay.
With my ranger's weakness.
Once again, give me a quick second.
Very cool.
Y'all, we might be fucked here.
Quick question. While you're looking that up, I'll
do that
ask after
twice.
you finish looking up so I don't distract you.
I'll probably be able to do it while you're talking to me.
Very good. How long has it been since Toby disappeared and reappeared for Alex?
I would say maybe about 15-20 seconds.
Cool.
I'm gonna be doing all of my shit right
Gut
now.
instinct reaction from Calthea is probably say that we left Alex alone. Toby just disappeared. What is the shortest path between the hospital wing and where we left her? Them.
Hallways.
Would it be quicker to go out the window and straight down, or hallways still?
Hallways would be easier. Yeah, it's literally a straight line between A and B.
I was gonna say easier is quicker, but yeah. As soon as like after she punches the wall, she goes, "Fuck!" Like literally just fuck, and just bolts out the hospital room and just starts heading to Alex's direction. Just because we all know what happens when we leave Alex alone.
Totally fair. Yes, so the 18 is going to hit.
I'm curious. Fuck
yes. Okay. Thank the Lord. Okay.
Fuck him up.
Would
With
Piper be able
that-
to, because it's Piper's magic, would Piper be able to
No, I
feel the
don't do
invisibility almost wear off?
You'll be able to feel it when it
Like,
wears off.
Okay, which is after the attack is resolved, it should be based on a card,
Correct.
basically. Okay, I'm just asking, like, will I be able to tell once it wears off?
And that is why I said yes.
Okay.
Throw the dagger. As it hits, invisibility ends. Second, he looks at me. Give him a look. Of a feels familiar.
Okay.
And I, for the record, marks a stress.
Okay.
I am also going to mark a stress. So I'm gonna mark a stress. Actually, I'm gonna do that one. Just kidding. Okay. I'm gonna mark a stress. And I'm gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. Sprint anywhere within far range without making an agility roll to get there.
Oh. You know what? Can you re-roll that attack, please?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, don't make me. Don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
No, I'm
For the
I'm
prettiness.
doing it.
That's not fair. It's not as good. That's not as good.
I mean, we're gonna see what happens, though.
Okay, so it's still with hope. 13. No, wait. 14, 15. 15.
I am trying to do this
Make my
real
heart
quick.
palpitate.
Sorry that this is taking me so long. But this should not be much longer.
Market shit ton of stresses right now.
What in the hell is you?
I don't know.
You know, that's entirely valid.
We need to like completely retcon because we can.
No,
Like,
no, we don't.
I can change things if we want.
I'm just getting things.
Oh, you're good.
And then double checking. You said it was how much?
Well, this one was 15.
Okay, 15 still
But the
hits.
first time it was 15. Okay, thank God.
15 still hits.
Don't scare me like that, Kara.
Okay.
That is going to take out the rest of... Yeah, because he does not have that much hope on him. Otherwise it would not
Do you want me to
have.
start rolling some damage? Because, you know, he's going to take some damage.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, there's 2d8. There's also, like, more than that. Blah, blah, blah. And I could do that. But I don't think I really want to. I don't know. I'm just gonna look for regular. Oh, wait a minute. I could also do that, which may be really helpful. That's later. Just kidding. Sorry, there's so many new things.
No, 100%.
That's what I'm definitely gonna do eventually. Is get the fuck out of Dodge. However, I am going to... I'm debating if I want to pump this hit for any reason. Even if just to fucking scare him. If I increase my proficiency, would that deal an extra damage dice?
It would, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna be doing... Oh, shoot. Okay, so 8, 9... 12 points of damage.
12?
And if that is severe damage, for any reason, which I doubt, you would mark a stress.
He is going to mark one of his armor slots and take 0.
Ah, fuck. Okay. I forgot about that. I forgot that's how this works now.
Yep. You just hit
That's okay.
underneath his major.
Okay.
So yeah, you just see that this thing comes up, and it does nick him though enough for you to get your ranger's focus on him. He feels that ranger's focus hit. You feel it hit, and it feels familiar.
That's what I fucking thought.
Your invisibility drops.
forget I-
Piper, immediately you feel your spell ready again.
Okay. Piper looks to Ashlyn just with like alarm in the eyes, like because Cafe has already flown off and not much has happened. Because you said it, been quite a short time. Piper looks to Ashlyn like and I'm guessing Principal Defendus is still in the room with them.
Defendus has
No,
left
he
to
left,
go to his
remember?
office to send
Okay.
out the alert.
Looks to
Oh,
looks to Ashlyn.
wait a second. I was with Hope.
Yeah?
I don't have to be done with combat.
No, you don't, but we're just gonna back forth it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Sorry, I know.
Yeah, Piper looks
I
at
just
him.
realizing.
Alex is no longer invisible.
Let's go.
And they run out. Basically not far behind Calafea, but definitely a little bit of distance since the time has changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The three of you tear off. Alex, you do not have to be done combat. You can, if you're feeling
I am
lucky,
going
continue to
to-
strike.
I'm gonna mark a stress. Wait. Yes. I'm gonna mark a stress. I'm gonna get within far range of him. Out the fucking door.
Okay.
Like, out the tunnel. And at that, first of all, that's a once per short rest thing. I'm gonna try to restrain him. It's within far range with a spellcast roll. Which I forget what my spellcast roll is every time. I put it in here. Agility. So roll 2d12 and do an agility roll essentially.
Yeah. And what are you
Double
trying to do
sixes.
to restrain him?
It's called Vicious Entangle, but it essentially, the way I have it flavored, takes these like spectral viney things, like essentially smoke and dust,
Okay.
that binds him to the ground. But that was a crit to hit to do that.
Okay. Yeah. He is restrained. As these sort of spectral wisps of vines hold him in place.
Is there any chance that there is anyone else in range of this that is an adversary? Like, can I tell at this point? Or did I just get the fuck out of Dodge?
It doesn't seem to be anything.
Okay, cool. I'm running. I'm getting the fuck out of here. See ya. Peace.
Yeah, you
Adios.
dash through using what you can remember. Which, by the way, can I get a knowledge reaction roll from you, please?
Yeah. I'm gonna actually use a thing now. Oh no, I'm not, because I don't want to mark more stress. Knowledge reaction. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 knowledge.
Yeah, I will say... you take 7 points of physical on your way out.
Fuck. Shit. Okay. Now we gotta figure out how to do this. Oh, that's still under my minor.
Yeah, so you can use an armor slot if you want to make it nothing.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. right? Or would it be a waste? I don't know how that works now.
So your minor will still mark 1 HP. If you use an armor slot, it marks 0.
Okay, I might as well. That's fine. It tings off my, or it like scrapes the side of my leather armor.
Yeah, you just get like a couple of like arrow traps that just sort of whiz by you, and you're able to like get the like harder leather parts of your armor up. And you are able to like skirt out as this as the fountain sort of moves back into place. And all of you meet in the central foyer.
Alex is breathing so heavily.
Are you okay?
Shaking my head no.
What did you see?
Nods my head yes.
I forgot that you can't talk.
Just continuously nodding my head yes. Ushering friends out now. Ushering friends. Like, takes a moment. Breathe. Run.
Where do you run?
It's a great question. My dorm.
Okay.
Okay, we're running that way. Okay.
Actually, yeah. That's fine.
You spin and run to your dorm, and we are going to take a bit of a BRB.
Huh. Yes, please.
So that we can all
Catch up on the chat.
catch up on the chat, use the restroom, grab a snack, blow my face clean off my body. And we will see you guys very soon. And we have returned. We find ourselves in the dorm room of one Alex Everlock as the group sort of gathers their thoughts and their breaths after everything that was recently seen. You have the space to yourself.
Alex is panicked. Did they see me come out of the fountain?
Probably just, yeah.
Okay.
Piper, do you have
I
an emergency cupcake?
I didn't see that my mom was being used for a battery, possibly. Correct?
You have not seen that.
Okay, cool.
Piper
But
just
that there
pulls out
was
the-
some kind of battery. Can we like recap what I did see and what I did notice? Because I also didn't take any notes during that entire process and would like to.
Sure. And then we'll get to what Piper was going to say.
Yes.
So down you saw a bunch of chambers keeping both the antagonist assembly members and their magic weapons in a sort of state of suspended animation. So this is the chamber that is holding them all together. A centralized console that that contains a very powerful arcane core, what is being used to essentially keep these guys at bay. You know that there must be an equally powerful battery to siphon the magic out of if they wanted to release them. And it seems like they're not trying to release the assembly themselves. They are trying to release their artifacts.
Correct. Do we know anything about these artifacts? I'm just kind of going to draw all this out to the best of my chaotic knowledge for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So for the most part, let me just take a look at something here. Because it is part of the lore that was put in the lore
Yes.
section. So I believe...
Yeah, we've never talked about it. Oh golly. Yeah. Dr. Alchemy, excuse me.
Alchemy.
Leader of an Alchemy. Leader of an army of chemically created fire elementals, the Bunsen burner.
They were known as the Bunsen burners, correct?
I love you so much, Kira. Was the first to imply that an assembly, the alliance of antagonists was the way of future evil. Took time for them to join. When the shadow sorceress Silhouette nearly lost her life. Blah 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 blah. Silhouette was better overall. Undertaker, and then we've got Captain Capital, Hysteria Ruth. So essentially, and then Playboy Presley. I'm also seeing. Oh, there we go. Hold up. Here we are. She joined not only with her brute strength, but her signature magic weapons, the strong arm gauntlets.
Yes.
We've
So
got-
you know that they had sort of magic items. You don't necessarily know what they do, but they're very powerful.
This is all kind of lost to time.
Kind of been lost to time, yeah. There would really only be one person who would
Defendus.
know for sure what all of these things do.
Right.
Piper, what were you about to say?
Ashley had asked about emergency cupcakes, so Piper pulls out emergency cupcakes and
Aw.
gives it to people.
What flavor
Ashlyn takes-
cupcake is it? This is my question every time.
Piper has a variety of flavors, so basically, at this point, I feel like Piper's learning people's favorite flavors, so has emergency cupcakes of what everyone's favorite flavor is. You know what I mean?
Mine's red
They've been
velvet.
friends. Like they've been friends. They've been a group long enough that Piper's probably at least gotten a hint of what cupcake flavors they like,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mine's red velvet.
Absolutely. Yeah,
six.
you have a stash of just like, in case of emergency, make friend happy.
Yeah, I love that.
Passes cupcakes to everyone of their favorite cupcake.
Alex sneers at chocolate and enjoys apple things.
It is that sort of apple that makes you, that reminds you of
Yeah.
what it is that your mom makes you.
Mm-hmm.
And realize that she's probably down there somewhere.
I kind of relay all this to the best of my ability to make things fucking easy
I give you a
for
note.
me
I give
as
you-
a fucking player.
I give you a notebook to write in.
Yeah, I start drawing a bunch of shit. I actually probably pull out like a history book that I have stashed away somewhere, blow off some dust of it, and start looking at like acknowledging that this is somehow related to the antagonist assembly. That this is the chamber, like pointing at the chamber that like the Defendus had locked them away in. Point, 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 point.
Okay. But
And
I mean, like,
I-
okay, is Ashlyn's reaction to like what's going on?
With all this kind of happening, as we're kind of having a little debrief about this, Alex thinks back to this ping that she's got right now. Puts her focus on it, but then remembers that I have a device now that can essentially track for me. Can I, like... I'm imagining it like a little portable thing.
Yeah,
That-
it's about
like,
like 'cause
essentially
it's
a
a
Game Boy.
prototype machine, right? So it's roughly like the size of a GameCube.
Okay, I'm sure it can eventually be worked down and stuff, but that's fine. I have giant GameCube in. Does it have like its own ping, or is it still in my own brain? Like, how does this?
It essentially works as a compass.
Great.
Right,
Thank
but
you.
it's a
Okay.
multi-directional instead of just like, flat and then around, it is like a 3D
I see.
compass.
I'm imagining a bit of like an orb, but square.
Yeah.
I guess.
An orb but
Cool.
square is what I would describe as a cube.
Yeah, perfect. So I have this cube.
I feel like that's gonna go down in history as our version of reverse math from Critical Role. It's when Travis turns around and he goes, "God damn it, I can't do reverse math." And you just
Reverse
see
math subtraction.
you just see Sam go, "You mean subtraction?"
Reverse math.
Reverse math.
Which is
Cool.
funny. Anyway, we'll get it. Anyway. So, where point?
It seems to be pointing towards the center of the school and down.
Okay, great.
You also gather from the phone call that you heard Toby have before heading under that is probably where he's going to be staying.
The only thing
You
is, he
all
knows
receive
that I
an
can get
email notification from
Okay, yeah.
Defendus.
Yep.
That puts out a alert for Toby Locksplitter that he is to be brought to the principal's office immediately upon being found.
Yeah.
Warned not to approach directly. Maybe, well, not even maybe, will be armed. Everybody in this fucking school is armed.
Yeah, good point.
But to report any sightings or any knowledge directly to him.
Shit. I just realized. There was a key.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Fuck.
So how are we supposed to get down there? Ashen has?
Shit.
Which also goes, we should really let Defendus know that the contrast assemblies, or not the contrast assembly, that's what's happening below.
Yeah.
Uh,
I do explain to Alex what happened, like, in the hospital wing. To catch them up.
You were all
Alex
sort of caught up as to what happened in each other's areas. Alex, it occurs to you as well that Ashland's spell went off, but he was still somehow able to evade it. Like, he was quick enough to avoid a successfully cast spell.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't quick enough to avoid yours, so you feel like it's a limited resource thing.
Oh, so because he used Ashlyn, you just like saved our ass as far as being able to track this guy.
Yeah,
Like
it's
essentially a fucking legendary resistance.
kind
thing,
of something along the
but,
lines
like,
of that. It's
like,
a limited resource thing. It could be like a once per long rest, once per short rest thing.
And we trusted this guy, Ashlyn. Like, Ashlyn's, like, beating herself up a little.
Alex is replaying in their head the moment when we were, after the contrast connection whole moment with the, what's it called? Someone, I always forget the name
Gathering
of
of
it.
influence.
Thank you, the Gathering of Influence, during that, talking with Toby, telling him to go to the PA room to see if he could figure things out. When he was probably behind the whole fucking thing in the first place, or at least involved. And then also him being in the Artificers Club and having hands on Hector's gloves, probably having something to do with that.
I also love the fact that I couldn't tell
all of this right now.
Principal Defendus about the second time that Ashlyn discovered domination, but she couldn't tell about the first time because of the NDA.
Yeah, Piper looks at, we can't trust the map anymore, is the thing.
We can't
Toby
trust
was
what
one of the
now?
people we can't trust the map anymore. Toby was one of the people behind it.
Yeah, well, but and Alex kind of looks at the map and it's like, but that's what's weird. This was marked for some reason.
Yeah. Why would it even be marked?
Why would you put it on the map?
Because that's part of the reason you solved it.
Unless
Why?
Unless he wanted someone to find it.
Why
Maybe he wanted
betray
the right person to find it.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else who has the map that isn't our group.
Or
Well,
to avoid suspicion.
That could be like if someone did find something here. Or maybe someone else made this map, knew that there was something here, but then didn't have the key. But that doesn't make sense.
Oh wait, Ashlyn is stress eating tin cans from her pocket.
You're just alternating between red velvet cupcakes and tin cans.
Yeah.
Calathea, you feel like the avoiding suspicion thing? Probably not the case, because he would have plausible deniability to not know this particular secret passage existed. But the thought process of maybe putting it on there for other people to see or someone else to see, while not giving a clue that he knew how to open it, maybe
That's what I meant by. That's what I meant by avoid suspicion. Like, if someone knows that there's a lock there and it's not on the map, it's like, okay, if I was able to find this, then why weren't the people mapping the school knew about it?
Yeah.
Type avoid suspicion, not like avoid suspicion about other, but
For the
the whole.
record, there's now a fountain.
Yeah.
Yay!
Who also worked on the map? Ashlyn asks.
Who? What?
Who else worked on the map?
I mean, there's a whole map makers club. We could go ask that. I'm sure Defendus is like interrogating them as we speak. Like he was in charge of that.
You
could
guess
go
that
find
he's
out.
probably going to Toby's like inner circle of friends, and is
And he's
probably
in
going to interrogate them
Kokoro.
first.
He's probably over by your dorm, Ashlyn. I would assume they all meet up in Kokoro.
We also need to tell Defendus about what's going on underneath that fountain.
Well, we do. We could. Might as well make our way over to Kokoro if you guys want to go talk to the rest of club, see if we can figure anything else out, if anyone else knows any information, but
You guys also do know that it is getting pretty late.
oh yeah, we need sleep. Oh.
And you know what the lack of sleep can do. You also
Yes.
receive a... you received during this process a message from Red, but just haven't really double-checked emails and stuff until now. Stating, my ride to Sherwood will not be around for much longer.
Oh, we have to go do that, huh?
Yeah.
And then hearing that, perhaps like, do we want? It was like, would it be useful if we had a bit of help?
John, you were so
Just looking-
quiet.
Yes,
Piper
that would be
looks at
good.
them. Now I'm talking about Sherwood looks at each of them, just like, would it be useful if we had a bit of extra help along the way?
Yes.
I'm sure I could convince a friend to come along.
Yeah. And also, like, I need to just send a message to someone, just see how they're doing.
Did we ever get anywhere with the rabbit thing, or are we just all sitting around with rabbits in our eyes?
Mostly
Yeah.
just sitting around with rabbits in your eyes.
Okay. So just as like a check-in on everything. So today is Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday, which is when Baba Yaga's at least gonna be here. We could wait until that We could see what's up with that and see if there's anything that might help us along the way, and then make our way over to Sherwood Forest and see what's on that front. But we need sleep. I need sleep.
Asha nods.
Yeah, let's all get some sleep. Maybe meet up at Baba Yaga's tomorrow
Yeah,
and
that's a good
decide where
idea.
to go from there. I will see if I can meet up with Amelia as well, and see if Amelia would be up to come with us. Okay.
I nod.
And
To
I
shop.
just, yeah.
Is there anything imperative before night claims you on this day?
Ashlyn does take out her journals, because it's been a while since she has talked with her brother.
It's been a couple of days, yeah.
And she starts writing. She does leave out some parts, as usual, but it's just like...
What parts are left out?
She leaves out what what she's been told by Alex. Like, with the downstairs part, she leaves out... Like, she talks about the past few days, just... She does not mention the rabbits. She does not mention what happened with Toby. And she does not mention what... she did. Those are the two things she does not mention.
Okay. So no Toby, no Chamber, no rabbits.
Yes.
You get your message back. Well, I hope you like our little fluffy friends that we've sent to you. They love to hop around, just meeting all the new friends that they can. As for...
Ash's starting to freak out. I'm like, shit.
Where are you, Ashlyn?
I think before this, hey, hey Alex, can I stay over? Or are you not fine with that?
You're in Kokoro. It's probably chaos over there. Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm in the room with Alex, and you see me starting to freak out, externally.
I just look over at you, like, good. I know that you're not
I
good.
make bunny ears, then point to my head.
Okay.
Then my brother just mentioned the white fluffy things to me, and how they were sent to us.
I kind of question, like, how does he know? And I look at the book that you're writing in.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait.
He continues to say, Sherwood, you say? Interesting. I'll have to inform the Queen. We may be having guests for tea soon. Sleep tight, sister.
Ashlyn's just like, shit, I forgot to not mention Sherwood.
Well.
Bippity boppity bitch.
Don't sue us, Disney.
I look over at Alex, I'm like, yeah,
I just look at you curiously.
You could
The
say
Queen's gonna be
curiouser,
informed.
curiouser.
The Queen's gonna be informed that we're gonna be arriving in Sherwood by my brother. He said, "Can't wait! Looking forward to have tea with you."
Just head in hands, shrugs.
Alex is like, we will so fucking cross that bridge.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that it's because Ashlyn trusts Alex pretty much because they are both dealing with this.
Yeah. Sleep finds you all super quickly because the adrenaline of the situation. Oh,
Quick interjection. We did mention that we should tell Defendus Calthea would find. I'll track him down
Oh,
quickly.
you're going to it right now. Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, we just
Yeah, I
discovered
mean, go for it, dude.
at the
But yeah,
moment,
she-
Defendus is incredibly busy. But has basically let you know, come and see me tomorrow. I will set aside a time, let's say around 1 p.m., and you can inform me what it is that you know. At the moment, I need to get a hold of a lot of people very quickly.
That's fair. Calthea will actually grab him by the collar, pull him down, and
Oop.
says, "You need to check the fountain."
What do you know about that fountain?
This bitch knew the whole fucking time.
Of course,
that
he
that's where
sealed
people
them.
were fucking sealed away. And that this was the only way out.
Calthea Swiftbeard, what do you
I'm trying to
know
think
about
of the
that
trying to think of the
fountain?
words.
You said 1 p.m.
Yeah, you said 1 p.m. Maybe I should wait. No, she won't say that. I mean, like, merge key knows and is tampering.
Noted.
And she just kind of lets it go as his collar, kind of pats it down and straightens it and walks off.
He goes back into his office. And yes, as I said before, the adrenaline wears off into a full-on energy crash as you all drift into your various points of slumber. And the next morning greets you with an overabundance of hullabaloo. There's a lot of students out and about, gathering what gold credit they have, having discussions about what Baba Yaga could have possibly brought during this time. There are people who have lined up since the morning time, for the Yaga only has a limited stock, you see, of certain very interesting things. There are people that have been having like mock sports matches pretty much on the regular just to gather up the gold. And new students, of course,
yeah,
who
for
have
the
never seen it
pre-release.
before. Sorry?
Yeah, but you gotta inside or hot for the pre-release.
You gotta be out there for the pre-release, exactly.
There's a buy one get one 50% off deal if you're the first 10 people in line.
Baba Yaga with a discount? You're fucking laughing. Calthea as well, by the way, you should have 200 gold more than you have because you also have won a sanctioned mock sports match.
Well, fun.
Of course, the tryouts are also paid for, and so there are many people out there that you see that you recognize. And actually, Piper, as you are approaching the sort of gathering of students lined up for Baba Yaga's hut, you can see Amelia on her way out. Not flanked by Kasha this time, just kind of on her own. It gives you a wave.
Piper goes over to be like, "Hey, Amelia, can I quickly chat to you?"
Yeah. Are you going in for?
Yeah. Well, we're going in soon, but I need to chat to you about some stuff quickly.
Sure. Is everything okay?
Okay, so basically, me and the others are gonna go deal with some stuff. Soon. I don't know exactly when we're leaving, but soon, right?
Okay.
And we could use help, and I would absolutely love if you came along, if possible.
Yeah.
If you're up for it.
Do you know, like, when you're going? Because I don't
Out
want
of
to be
character,
missing
did we
any...
discuss exactly when we were leaving? Was it later today, after we did Baba Yaga?
That's a very good question.
Did we discuss it? 'Cause my brain went later today.
Are you guys planning on heading out the same day that you do your shopping?
Or are we gonna do it tomorrow?
I'm fine with whatever.
Might be good to prep for a day.
Yeah. We haven't had the best sleep, to be fair, so maybe we need tonight to sleep and be well rested for the Sherwood Forest.
She's like, do you mention to her, by the way, where you're going?
I'm just like, this doesn't have to be kept as big of a secret as others, so it's fine. It's like, first of all, probably be leaving tomorrow. Be prepared. Sherwood Forest?
Sherwood Forest. You going to track down the Sheriff of Nottingham?
We got a couple things to deal with there. We have a ride though. But yeah, we could really use some help.
Okay, a bit vague, but let me
I don't know what the
see
others would want me to say. Specifically. I said I could maybe get someone to help us, but we didn't discuss how much I could say before seeing thing.
Let me go ahead and take a look at my schedule. She takes open her phone. Can I get a presence roll from you, please?
I will be using Luckbender if this doesn't go well.
Fair enough. You also remember once per long rest can gain advantage on a presence roll.
1 minute, I'm doing the math. The funny thing is, that's exactly a 16! With fear, but exactly a 16! I rolled an 8 on fear, 5 on hope, I have a +3 to presence. That's exactly 16! Which I know is the DC from the social track.
It is. It absolutely is. As she just goes, I had a thing. It's not really super important. Okay, there will be more information, though, like, when we're starting to head out, right? Just, like, so I have an idea of what to prepare for?
Yeah, of course. I just need to discuss with the others of how much we share, and I didn't think they would want me to share too much before, like, because you get what I mean. Like, it's a kind of, don't share too much because it's kind of a big thing. But if you're in it, you do need to know information kind of situation.
Yeah, I mean, completely fair enough. You know that Sherwood Forest is, like, in front of the Vale, right?
Huh. Didn't know that.
I wasn't the most aware of that.
So,
but
here's the thing. All we have to do, it's perfectly fine. We just sort of need to cover up anything that is not super human.
I have illusion. I could literally illusion away my wings.
You guys get human you could look like humans?
They're gonna look like very short humans, but yeah.
It's like I can literally
there's no way to like make you guys look like humans.
Technically, Piper can adjust their appearance in any way they want to. So technically, for themselves, Piper could look completely human.
Like,
due to adjust appearance.
You've got that.
I also have illusion
Alex,
magic.
we can probably just sort of, I don't know, wear like a hat or something. Just like something
like
that covers
normal.
our ears.
Yeah.
I just need to wear pants.
Yes.
Yeah, Ashlyn cannot be like leaping 15 feet in the air. That will probably set somebody off.
Illusion magic is also another way. Technically, I can disguise myself and also create an illusion. And as long as no one who isn't in the know behind the veil comes too close to Sonata, then Sonata would be illusionified and they'd be fine. I couldn't make Sonata look larger though. Just short human.
Okay, so yeah, just like Sonata is one of our, little sisters or like child or something.
Yeah. And it would work because we still look alike.
What about what about the captain?
That is one thing I don't know how to. I
I
can't.
wonder if Bobby Yaga's got anything.
Giant horn, teal
Gonna
skin.
make
Yeah, that's gonna be fine.
Well, just to be fair, we can probably hide wings without absolutely needing the illusion magic. The illusion magic is probably better used on campfire, actually.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the antenna and the multicolored skin that gets you. But again, illusion magic. Maybe when you're in
Illusion
Baba
magic on
Yaga's thing,
campfire,
try and
me
find
and
some disguise potions
True.
or something.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. I didn't think of that. I'm still pretty new to potions and stuff. I'm trying to learn how to make them into cakes, but also I learned about a new thing, by the way. I will share that with you later, but I did learn about a new herb in my book.
Ooh, okay. We're messing with magical stuff in the baking world now. I like it.
Yeah, it's a super cool thing. I do have the notes.
Well,
I do have the notes. Yeah, just let's say Piper shares it.
She just kind of looks in and is like,
Sundry tap it was.
We could rock this.
Yeah, it's a bit dangerous though.
It is. But we'll just be really careful.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll talk to the others. We're probably gonna go into Baba Yaga's. I'll talk to the others. Meet up later tonight. I'll give you all the info tonight. I don't want to message it in case, like, I know I'm acting secretive, but messages aren't always the most secure thing. And I don't know how secretive we're supposed to be.
So meet up.
Meet up. So you know where the unclaimed dorms are.
Yes.
Sonata's part of it. Third room on the left. Me and Sonata share it up. Okay?
Okay, what time?
9ish. If you want, we can have a sleepover.
Ooh, I'm down for a sleepover.
Not having a sleepover.
Cool.
I'm messaging Venus.
Cool. I will bring snacks and DVDs.
Yes. Disney movies or Barbie.
Porque no los dos.
Y'all, this is cool. My friend got me all the Barbie movies on DVD for my birthday.
Oh, I love
Nice. The Defendus live action remake.
that. There is a Defendus live action show.
Yeah.
The first four
Okay.
seasons.
Now what I'm gonna get from all four of you is I'm just gonna get a straight up D20 roll. And we're gonna see.
I haven't rolled one of those in a while.
We have not. We're gonna see how in what order you guys go to visit the Baba Yaga.
Yaga initiative check. Go.
Yaga initiative.
I got a 3.
Ashlyn might be last.
I beat ya. I got a 1.
Oh no.
At least going first or second, I got a 12.
I got a 14, and that's
Okay, that's
winning.
Well, Alex.
That's me.
Rise and shine before everybody.
Yeah.
You
I'm late because of my
Cut
morning
the
workout.
line. I see there's a whole ass line. Nah, I cut past it.
That's how Alex got in first. Jokingly, Piper got up earlier. Alex just cut the line.
Alex 100% just cut the line, just using your ranger skills.
Yeah,
Just sort of
just
able
'cause
to like weave in
intimidation.
between people.
Just like boop 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 boop, and then, oh hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, I guess you are next. Okay, cool. You climb up the steps of this chicken leg mounted house, and inside to find what seems to be the combination of like a pagan witch's hut meets massive interior store of different armors and weapons and cursed artifacts, potions and herbs, just multiple different things, some with price tags you could only dream to afford. And as you're sort of browsing the sign tags and things that you're looking around for are dwarfed by a massive shadow and the looming figure as it says, "Little Everlock, you've never been a customer before. To what do I owe the pleasure?"
A lot is happening.
Ooh.
And I'm a student now, so, you know.
I see. Your life has taken a turn for the adventurous.
I'm kind of roll my eyes a little, like, playfully.
Tell me what strikes your fancy. Some potions of vitality to help keep your strength, or perhaps a weapon to strike down your foes?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Well, I'll be behind
More
the
like-
desk. If you're looking for something specific, don't hesitate to sign something for me.
More like magic items in general. Like, things to help, things to change things. Things that do things.
Things that do what do things. You are able to find like potions of disguise that are about like
Really
100
helpful
gold
for-
credit each.
Mhm.
Of the potions that you see, there are the obvious +1 stat potions to whatever roll you're going to be making next of the various stats. There are minor health and minor stamina potions that are pretty affordable. There's a potion of stability. These ones allow you to take an additional downtime move when you rest.
Mm.
You have counter tonics that can
What
heal.
the fuck is that?
They can
Keep
heal
going.
venom or poisons. You roll a number of d6 equal to your knowledge. If any roll comes up as a 6, it works.
I would like definitely to have one of those. Would be really great.
The counter tonics are 300. The stability potions 200. Minor health and stamina are each 100 each. The stats +1s are 50. And then you know that you can get improved armors or weapons for about 1,000. And then if you're looking for something more specific, that's when prices begin to rise.
So, looking more in the armor and just curious about weapons. And just magical things that we can talk pricing. I don't know what's in my... What's it called?
So this is why I'm very happy that you guys have all have the content shared, which, by the way, shout out to Zach for being awesome and content sharing the Daggerheart book, which you can all now buy at Demiplane. Not sponsored by Demiplane or by Darrington Press. I just love this game.
Also, man, check the ads at what I found that exists.
Oh. What is a thing that we found out
We have
exists?
guns.
Yep. Yep, fair
That's
enough.
a weapon.
That
It's
is, in
worse
fact,
than my
a weapon.
rapier, but that's a weapon.
Oh, goodness.
Um,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of baking things. It's really great.
So I am going to give you the 5 armors that are, I would say, even tangentially affordable to you guys.
Yeah.
If you would be a doll, because you are the first person entering the shop, you could please write these down and share them with your chat?
Yes, madam. Please hold. This is gonna go in notes for now. Okay,
Hey,
go
Matt.
for it.
Yeah,
Hee, look at our DMs.
I saw.
You want to know how I'm going to enter?
Or
Or do you want to be surprised?
I wanted to be a surprise.
Okay.
So the first one is called Elundrian Chain Armor.
Bitch. How the fuck?
ELUNDRIAN.
Elundrian chain armor.
Correct.
Okay, price.
2,000.
Okay,
Nope.
next.
Rosewild Armor.
Ooh, that sounds like my style. Okay, yeah.
2,200.
Well, it's a little out of my price range. Yep.
All these have been out of my price range, by the way.
Yeah, these are so far.
Remember that there are other ways that Baba Yaga trades with people.
Good point. Good point.
Rune Tan
That's it.
Floating Armor.
Yep, one more time.
Rune Tan, RUNETAN.
Uh-huh.
Floating
Floating armor?
Armor.
Fuck is floating armor? Okay.
1,700.
Okay.
Tyrus Soft Armor. TYRIS. 1,500.
Okay.
And Iron Tree Breastplate. 2,200.
200. Okay.
And then if you want just a standard, like, improved version of an armor or weapon, it is just a solid 1,000.
That's not what I meant. Improved.
They have instantly sent a picture of what
Standard
one of those
improved.
armors do to Zach. Instantly in the
Armor
ends.
is one of them. May I look these up? Or
You
do want it
definitely
to-
may look them up.
Great.
They are all actual armors in the game. They are tier 2
Great.
armors
I
as well.
forget.
So if you just
Whoopsie daisy.
if you go to equipment and you go armors tier 2,
Cleaning this up.
oh, interesting. Oh, it allows you to really. Oh, I love that.
Oh, what? Huh? Wait, filters. Interesting. Armor. And then tier 2.
How much for the
Two.
advanced again, Med?
How much for the what?
Oops.
How to, like, upgrade them? How much?
I just put it in all the notes.
1,000.
In notes.
Okay.
Tier 2. Boobadoo, boobadoo. Ah, thank you.
One of those armors literally reduces magic
That
damage
for
by your
magic.
armor
Yeah, I
score,
just
like
reading that one on the
Calafea
start.
could already do for physical with abilities,
Soft.
which is the one I sent.
This is so much easier to keep track of, Debbie Plain. Thank you for so much for being you.
Ooh, that's tough. Okay, but then, oh, that's cool. Oh, these are really awesome.
Yeah. You can also see why they are a little bit pricey.
Yes. You want to read me some? I can just start typing, or we can also do this another time.
For what?
For streaming sake.
Oh, like what you're gonna be buying?
Yeah.
Well, I was. Do you need a second to think about what you want to purchase?
No.
Yeah, we can move on to like each other
Tell you what.
person if you want.
For now, I'll just purchase a potion, the potion thing that helps you with poison.
The counter tonic?
Yeah.
Okay, so grab one of those. That's 300.
Okay.
And then yeah, if you want to go into more like detail and stuff as to what you're buying, we could do that later or off screen or something if you want.
Thanks.
And over the course, Piper, you finally joined the line. And you're like, oh, I'm rising and shining. And then you see Alex go in, and you're like, when did you? But, you know, being the kind person and the follow by the rules, at least for the most part, that you do.
For the most part.
At least for the most part. Yeah, Defendus Academy also has a very lax rule set. You sort of head on in, and this place, especially for your size, is massive. But it also feels very fey. As you are kind of in the layer of an elder fey. Something that is older than your family.
I just realised something and my brain's just trying to...
Oopsies.
Okay, I may have just realised something. I don't know how to think. It's nothing to do with this.
Okay.
It's more to do with some of the stuff that happened earlier in the session. And an item I happen to have.
Ah.
Okay?
Okay.
I have the skeleton key, which means if it gives us advantage to open things. There is a possibility we could use that as a way for the fountain. I have a skeleton key. That's what I got in the first fight. That was my item reward.
That could be kind of cool.
That could possibly be, yeah.
I'm just sharing that because I just realised that and it kind of just clicked. Sorry.
That could be really cool.
As you sort of make your way and flutter around the room looking at various things, you can hear Baba Yaga's voice. Who smells like treats?
Oh, hello.
Hello, little fairy. Tell me, you don't have a house yet, do you?
Not yet.
Afraid of commitment, are we?
Not exactly.
Putting yourself into such a tiny box can be so constricting, can't it? Tell me, what is it you're looking for?
Not sure. There's it's and Piper's trying to like word it kind of, and this is the first time you've heard Piper like trip over their words almost. Like Piper is the one who words never usually fail Piper.
Yeah.
Piper's almost overwhelmed by how much there is. This is Piper's first time seeing this. Piper's heard the stories, but never seen it.
Window shopping in my domain can be so intimidating for first-time customers. There's so much to be seen, so much to be interacted with. Tell me, what is it that makes you happy?
And it's like, that's a complicated question, in a sense.
Isn't it?
Most of the time it's making my friends happy because I make cupcakes for them. Baking and then giving them cupcakes to make them happy when they've had a bad day. Yeah.
You're a baker. That
Yeah,
explains
I've been reading about
the
magical-
smells.
I've been reading about magical ingredients to learn about making magical cupcakes.
Ooh. What have you read about?
Okay, so I've read about sable sap and suntree sap, and I also learned about Bugsbane Berry so far.
One moment. And with a swiftness that is almost snake-like, fluid, strikes around the corner. And, you can hear, like, vials being thrown around, glass being smashed. Until finally, here we are. I believe these are what you're looking for, these ingredients. As well, have you ever tried making potions?
No, I haven't. It sounds really interesting, but I don't know where I would learn. And that's the issue.
You see, it's actually quite simple, my dear. You learn the same way you learned to bake. With a recipe.
That makes sense. Recipes tend to be pretty easy to follow. I've followed a lot of different ones because obviously bacon. That's what I mean. I know my way around a recipe.
We'll start you off small. This is only your first year at the academy. We shall see each other quite often. You see that she gets like these little sort of bundles together for you of little jars of the various saps, as well as a strain of 5 bugbane berries, and as well she rolls up and ties together very perfectly with long and slender fingers a little scroll. It goes, I do believe I could part with these for, shall we say, 800? This is a minor health potion recipe. Instead of having to buy them, you can start creating them.
Really useful. I can heal sometimes, but not often. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, my
over
sons
a
can heal,
course
but
of
not often
time,
enough for a potion.
You could come up with quite the stock of these. Maybe even run a business of your own one day.
Possibly. I would never want to, of course, tread on your toes. You obviously have one of the best businesses I've ever seen.
Oh, it would take you centuries of experience to even begin to tread on my toes.
Yeah. Piper's obviously never saying, oh, I would be as good as you. Piper's saying, like, you sell potions, I wouldn't want to, like, you know what I mean? That's what, obviously, Piper means by that, like.
But with enough training, perhaps could make you into a superstar. So,
Right.
what do you say?
I think that is fair. I will subtract that from my gold amount. I might look at a weapon later, but not right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, perfect.
Because we don't have the weapons yet, and I have enough to get at least an upgraded weapon based on what you said for the price, right?
Yes.
So, okay.
Ashland Dagathorn, how do you approach the Baba Yaga's shop?
Coming. I'm late. For a very important shop. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. And it's a repeated tune that she's humming.
As you repeat this, sort of coming in, you can see the Baba Yaga kind of from behind as she's setting things up. Her head sort of swaying back and forth to your tune. And she goes, "What a lovely little singer we have here.
What
a
now?
little bit of song with the madness."
Oh, yeah.
And she just kind of
How are
looks
you?
at you. "Oh, I remember you from the foyer."
Yeah.
"Tell me, what is it that your heart desires?"
My like Ashland's brain is like I honestly don't know.
Your friend that was in here before, they required stability. They required something that will always do the right thing. You, on the other hand, you are volatile. I love it. You are an explosion waiting to happen, a soul that could take out an entire city block if unattended.
Ashland just blinks.
Well, we've got to keep you alive now, don't we? Mistakes are mistakes, but we don't want them being fatal. We have potions to keep you alive, potions to keep you energized. We have various different tonics and armors, cursed items, weaponry. Tell me if anything tickles your fancy.
Ashland just keeps on blinking.
This is like a kind of being that, like, you've seen her before, but to be in her presence is something completely different. This is someone who abides by a code. She's not entirely chaos, but she does kind of love it. And then if you have anything specific that you want to buy, you can go ahead and message me. We can go ahead and do that afterwards if you want.
No, like, Ashland's like, okay, and she just bounces around.
There goes the neighborhood. And she just goes behind her desk.
Sorry, I had nothing prepared, because, Matt, you want to hear how much money I have?
How much?
Because I don't remember how much did we start out with 0 gold credit, or I couldn't remember.
No, I believe you guys started with 500.
We started
Okay,
with gold credit?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so I'm 500 short then, because I had myself started at 0.
Oh, okay. So, no. You guys would
Same.
have been given stuff, like, by Well, for the most part, most of you by your parents. Um,
Hey!
Ashlyn, you were helped out by some of the teachers.
So we all started with 500 originally. That
Yes.
Okay.
was it. Okay, that actually
That
makes
gets
that
me
a
up
bit
to
better.
190.50, I think.
So 1950?
Yeah. So, let me look. Because for sure, I want to upgrade. I'm still deciding on which one I want to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, whatever specifically you want to grab, just so that I'm not rushing you to make a decision. It won't be applicable until the next session anyway, so you're fine.
I am going to improve my armor.
All right.
Because I don't want to be squishy.
Fair enough. I will also
And I did not.
post the full list in the Discord when we're done.
Because I honestly did not know what to decide.
Totally fair.
And I'm like, oh, let me just go in armor because pants, that would be a good disguise. Ashlyn is currently making cannon. So it's like,
Still in the process of making it canon.
but I did not look closely at any items.
And then, last but not least, the one who definitely was not there on time because they're always out in the morning doing their early runs. So by the time you get there, the lines are just backed up to the nines, and you are far in the back. You get to see Zini come out with these new, like, interesting gauntlets on his arms. You get to see Reed come out with a shiny new set of armor, being like, sometimes it pays to bet on your siblings. And then finally, you are able to go in. Most of the stock has been sort of drained, but you see, actually, you get maybe about 2 or 3 steps into the shop before the Baba Yaga greets you personally. This is, oh yes, you made quite the impression the other day. I believe you were the one who threatened me. You show no fear, which is
Not a threat.
brave. Not a threat.
It wasn't a threat. It was a promise.
The heavens and the hells help anyone who gets in your way. But I would be surprised if you could even lay a scratch on me. Perhaps one day we should try it in your little arena thing.
That actually sounds entertaining.
Yes, indeed. So tell me, oh great battler, are you looking for a sharper-edged weapon, durable armor, flasks of acid, and portable fireballs?
Honestly, not entirely sure. As I really don't use magical abilities. I don't usually carry weapons, and I am armorless. And happily so.
Well then, let's see what we can do for you. she shows you all of the, like, improved armors and stuff, the various potions. Yeah, is there anything sort of specifically that you are looking for?
Nothing really specific, honestly. Well, I guess maybe I would have had the knowledge of the Sherwood Forest being outside the Vale that might inquire
Oh, wait.
about some form of disguise.
Oh wait, Piper probably would have messaged that to everyone. I didn't think about that. Like, at least the Caliphair and Sonata, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah,
you'll need a way to explain.
not entirely sure what Red has in plan, but they might need something to help with venturing outside the Vale. I mean, she kind of looks down at her hands like, I really can't pass as human.
No, I don't believe you could. However, with enough magic, you can pass as whatever you want. And yeah, she helps you gather for I believe it was 100, I said, the potions of disguise.
I think so. How long did they last?
They should last you at least a good hour or two before you need to re-up.
Fascinating.
She does come to you with a set of what almost look like, they almost kind of look like brass knuckles. But instead, they sort of continue reaching on to the back of the hand. And she goes, for one who likes to use their fists, try these on for size. And sort of as you slip them on and, like...
She removes her current arcane gauntlets and tries on the new ones.
And as you do, sort of slip these on and kind of curl your fingers, you watch as blades extend from the back that sort of are... They're not, like, super... Don't think fully like Wolverine, but enough that, like, you would get the punch and a background of blades.
Yeah, so more like spikes added to it.
Yes.
Interesting.
I could part with these for about 1,800.
And these are?
These would be known as knuckle blades. A barbaric weapon, if I do say so myself. To let you know the in-game work of them, they are a strength weapon, melee range, D10 plus 6 physical, with the feature of brutal. When you roll the maximum value on a damage die, roll an additional damage die.
Oh. Fascinating.
And so, I will leave that up to you guys to choose as you wish. We will have your sleepovers as well as your journey into the Sherwood Forest next time. We will end with the whimsy of the Baba Yaga's shop being as inviting and intriguing as it is slightly overwhelming. So, with that, that's where we're going to go ahead and end our session. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. It is a stressapalooza, so hopefully we can sort of break that apart with some fun fairy tale characters in our next session. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like what we saw, go ahead and hit that follow button. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Come over to the Twitch channel of the same name, and you can see these episodes when they are live, and you can interact with us live as well. Campfire Stories RPG on both Twitch and YouTube, and we will see you by the firelight.